$50,000. That's it. That's the whole video. A house. Land included. Your name on the deed. Zero mortgage. Zero bank. Zero monthly payment for the rest of your life. And before you roll your eyes and assume I'm about to show you a shed with a cot in it, I'm not. I found the invoices. I found the guy who built it. I walked the property myself. This is a real 1,200 square foot home on owned land for $52,400. Not a rumor, not a YouTube fantasy, a receipt. Before I show you where every single dollar went, hit subscribe now, because at the end of this video I'm going to give you the exact 5-question checklist that tells you whether this path actually works for your life, in your state, on your budget. Most people fail one of those 5 questions and don't realize it until they've already sunk money in. Stick around, because question 4 is the one that trips up almost everybody. Here's the thing nobody tells you about the cheap house videos on this platform. 90% of them are lying by omission. They show you a $30,000 tiny house and don't mention the $40,000 land, the $15,000 septic system, or the fact that they've been almost done for 3 years. I wanted the opposite. I wanted the ugly, itemized, nothing hidden version. So I tracked down a builder in rural Tennessee who did exactly that, and he let me see everything. The build is 30 feet wide, 40 feet deep. That's 1,200 square feet of steel arch structure, a quonset hut. If you've heard the term, though most people just call them steel arch buildings now. And the reason this number works isn't magic. It's 2 boring financial facts stacking on top of each other. First, steel arch kit packages run roughly $10 to $20 per square foot. In 2026, some budget kits start even lower, around $8 to $9. That's a fraction of stick-framed lumber construction, which is running well over $150 a square foot in most of the country right now. Second, the majority of buyers' real industry estimates put it around 3 out of 4 assemble these kits themselves. No crane crew, no framing contractor, no 6-week labor bill. That single decision alone can save $12,000 to $18,000. Kit price plus DIY labor. That's the whole trick. Everything else is just discipline. Let's open the books. Land, $8,000. 1 acre in rural Tennessee. Bought directly from the owner, no realtor, no bank. $400 down, $200 a month for 3 years, paid off before move-in. And I want to be clear, this isn't some unicorn deal I'm cherry-picking. Owner-financed rural land in Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and parts of Texas regularly lists in this exact range when you buy from a private seller instead of going through a traditional listing. Your trading location usually 30 to 60 minutes outside a mid-sized town for price. That trade is the whole game. Steel kit, $14,400. That's $12 per square foot, a standard model with 18-gauge steel panels and basic end wall framing. Budget kits can start closer to $9 a square foot, but $12 gets you a genuinely solid product from an established manufacturer, not a stripped-down special. Foundation, $9,600. This is decision number 1 that actually moves the needle. A full poured concrete slab for this footprint runs $18,000 to $22,000. Instead, this build used a perimeter curb foundation, a poured concrete ring around the edge, compacted gravel filling the interior, and a moisture barrier underneath. That cuts foundation cost by roughly 30%, and you pour a smaller interior slab for the living space later once you're ready. Delivery, $1,800. Assuming you're within about 300 miles of the manufacturer. Live farther out, and this number climbs. Factor that into your own math before you commit. Running total, $33,800. Lands bought, kits on site, foundations poured. Now comes the part that scares people off and the part that actually saves them the most money. Professional crews charge $12,000 to $18,000 to erect a shell this size. 2 to 3 days, specialized lifting equipment, a trained crew. This builder didn't hire it out. Steel arch kits are engineered for owner assembly. The panels are pre-drilled and numbered. You need basic rigging or rope, 3 to 4 people to hold sections in place while they're bolted, and a set of socket wrenches. That's genuinely most of the tool list. Here's what it actually costs to do it themselves. Equipment rental, $800. A 4-day rental on a scissor lift, roughly $200 a day. Labor recruitment $300. Pizza, beer, and gratitude for 4 friends who showed up 2 weekends in a row. Hardware and miscellaneous $200. Extra fasteners, sealant, safety gear. DIY assembly total $1,300. Compare that to the $12,000 plus a professional crew would have charged. That gap right there is bigger than the cost of the land. And here's the part almost nobody mentions. It's genuinely easier than people expect. The panels are numbered. The instructions are step by step. If you can follow a large IKEA build, you can follow a steel arch assembly manual. That's not a sales pitch, that's why the DIY rate on these kits is as high as it is industry-wide. Running total, $35,100. But a bare steel shell isn't a house. You can't live in corrugated metal. This next section is the one-line item where cutting corners will actually ruin the build, so pay attention here. Spray foam insulation, $7,200. This is the one place in the entire budget where this builder refused to go cheap, and for good reason. Closed-cell spray foam runs $5 to $12 per square foot. Installed, this build landed at $6 a square foot, a solid budget contractor rate for full coverage. Why does it matter this much? Spray foam does 3 things fiberglass bats simply can't in a metal building. It seals every seam in the corrugated steel, it stops condensation from forming inside the walls, and it creates the actual thermal barrier that makes the space livable in both summer and winter. Skip this, and you don't have a house, you have a very expensive, very leaky tin can that sweats on the inside. Don't let anyone talk you into bats here. Interior framing, $1,800. Simple 2x4 stud walls dividing the space into 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and an open kitchen living area, finishing 600 of the 1,200 square feet now, leaving the rest as storage and utility space for later. Subfloor, $1,200. Pressure-treated sleepers over compacted gravel, 3/4-inch OSB on top, covering just that finished 600 square feet. Plumbing rough-in, $2,400. Owner installed, with a licensed plumber brought in specifically for inspection and final connection, septic, water line, and rough plumbing for the bathroom and kitchen. Electrical rough-in, $1,600. Same approach, owner installed, licensed electrician for the panel inspection and final hookup. Basic 100 amp service covering bedroom circuits, kitchen, and bathroom. Quick note here, because this matters more than any dollar figure in this video. The DIY savings in this build come from framing, insulation, and finish work, ever from plumbing and electrical safety inspections. Those get a licensed professional every time. That's not optional, and it's not where you cut corners to hit a number. Running total, $49,300, $700 left. And somehow that's enough to make this place livable on day one. Here's exactly how that final $700 got spent. Walls and ceiling, the spray foam is already up, so it just gets painted white. The OSB gets a coat of primer and 1 finish coat. It reads industrial but clean. Flooring $60. 2 coats of porch and floor paint directly over the OSB subfloor. It's not hardwood. It's not luxury vinyl. It's painted plywood that'll hold up for about 5 years, which is exactly the runway you need before upgrading. Bathroom, temporary free. Camp shower and a composting toilet for the first 3 months. Then, once you're moved in and cash flow frees up, a basic shower pan, toilet, and vanity go in for around $800. Kitchen, temporary $200. Hot plate, mini fridge, utility sink. The permanent kitchen gets built out over the following year, as money allows. Climate control $400. A window AC unit and an electric space heater to start. Permanent HVAC comes later. Final total, $49,700, leaving roughly $300 of buffer for inspection fees or the small surprises that always show up. Complete build, $50,000. Now let me be completely straight with you about what that number actually buys, because this is where most of these videos lie to you. What you own: a 1,200 square foot structure, on land with clear title, 600 square feet of it immediately livable, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, a combined kitchen living space, fully insulated and weathertight, 0 mortgage, 0 monthly housing payment starting the day you move in. What you don't have: Finished aesthetics. Complete kitchen on day 1. The second, 600 square feet built out. Anything that looks like it belongs in a design magazine. This is phase 1 occupancy. You move in with the basics and you improve as the money allows, not before. In 12 months, a full kitchen build-out runs about $3,000. In 2 years, finishing that remaining 600 square feet runs around $15,000. But you are living there mortgage-free from month 1, and every dollar you spend after that is optional on your timeline, not a bank's. I promised you this at the start, so here it is, the actual filter. If you answer yes to all 5 of these, this path can genuinely work for you. If even one is a hard no, you need a different budget, a different timeline, or a different approach entirely, and that's fine to admit now before you've spent a dollar. 1. Can you acquire rural land for under $10,000? That means being willing to live 30 to 60 minutes outside a mid-sized town. If you need to be in a city or a tight suburb, this math doesn't transfer. 2. Can you recruit 3 or 4 capable people for a couple of weekends to help bolt together a steel structure? You genuinely cannot do this build solo. 3. Are you willing to live in unfinished space for 6 to 12 months while you save to complete it properly? This is the question people lie to themselves about the most. 4. And this is the one that trips people up. Do you value freedom from monthly payments more than immediate comfort and aesthetics? Be honest with yourself here. A lot of people say yes to this on paper and then can't actually live it once the studio apartment in a tin can reality sets in for month 3. 5. Can you handle basic construction work yourself? Or are you willing to learn as you go while still bringing in licensed professionals for the plumbing and electrical inspections? Framing, insulation, and interior finishing are yours. Life safety systems are not a DIY line item. 5 yes and $50,000 can genuinely put a deed in your name with no bank attached. Any hard no, and you're not failing, you just need a different door. $50,000. 1,200 square feet. Land with your name on the deed. No bank owns any part of it. It's not fast. It's not glamorous on day 1. But it's real, it's documented. And for a lot of people locked out of $300,000 plus conventional mortgages right now, it's one of the very few doors still open. Tell me your state and your actual available budget in the comments below. I read every one. And I'll give you a straight, honest answer on whether this is realistic for your situation or what you'd need to change to make it work. And if this kind of honest, receipts included breakdown is useful to you, subscribe, because this channel is going deeper into real alternative housing numbers, no fluff, no sponsor spin. See you in the next one.